Hello, Hojoz here, and today we are back with Forza Horizon 4. And well, it's been 5 months again. I am quite lazy with these things, I guess. Well, I just do these things when I want to. Today we are racing at a point-to-point circuit that I based on the Goliath Dirt starting line. It's called the Twistmaster. It is 37.9 kilometers long. And my fastest lap is a 16 minute 40 seconds. We'll be doing about a minute slower. And there we go, the all-wheel drive of the Holden Sandman helping us off the line. Of course it is a pickup, at least using it in the pickup guise instead of the panel van guise. And as you can see, the all-wheel drive in this A-class Holden Sandman isn't really helping the sliding, and you bet that I love that. The livery today is the livery that I run on all the cars which I deem good and worthy enough of a livery. Specifically this one, the blue HojozVideos one, is meant for cars that are configured for dirt or winter racing. As we take a bit of a twisty start to the race here on the sand. The first 2 minutes of the track being on the sand. And well, I thought it was quite appropriate given that we are running the Holden Sandman. Exit here is rather important because we are running up to a jump here, and if you aren't going fast enough you won't make it, and we barely land that one on 2 wheels. Quite lucky there, bouncing off the wall and doing this quite awkward turn. I was starting to make this turn, and eventually I realized that I couldn't really cancel it, so that's why it is there. Moving up to the part where I made the thumbnail, which is right here. Across the castle here, you can see that a lot of cars, including some ahead of me, have missed a lot of checkpoints or are struggling to achieve the checkpoints. The checkpoints are mainly laid out for me as the player and not for the AI as well. I'm not exactly racing the AI here now, am I? Now off the castle part, Bamberg castle part. We are onto tarmac, but not for long, as we'll eventually be moving to this, which I just call tarmac rally surface, I guess. Because that's what it reminds me of. It's rather poorly maintained asphalt, which I associate with rally tracks, rally courses. Going back onto the tarmac then, and eventually, I promise, we'll be going back to dirt and gravel, this being another one of my mixed surface rallies. The first point-to-point to feature on this channel. Actually, I have made some point-to-points in the past, but they haven't exactly been long enough for a 20-ish minute video, which this one will turn out to be around 17 to 18 minutes. Yeah, I called this track the Twistmaster because that's basically what it reminded me of at the start there. So there's a lot of twists and turns at the start now, let's be honest, as we move on to what seems to be gravel here. This being the part where you dive under the bridge of the... I think it's the highway? I'm not sure. But yeah, this corner right here, it's always, I find at least, fun to take. Because I guess it's quite hard to get right, but also you as the player have an advantage over the AI, at least from what I found. I tend to make up my time and overtake lots of people there. Get rid of a bounce there. Of course, it's gonna unsettle your car. Rather lucky to not have that inside the braking zone, because if you did, it's gonna be rather hard to get the car stopped and still have it pointing the right way. Just notice that my mouse is actually in the image. That is bad. 90-degree corner then, onto a straight, going uphill towards the wind farm section of the map. Again, some gravel and creative use of track limits there. A quick 90-degree corner. Those 90-degree corners are quite hard to get right on gravel and dirt, I found. But I guess that's mainly just the exits. Here, nice sweeping right hand corner. A little bit of back end stepping out, but as you all know, I love that. Hard braking zone there to get it right for the hairpin turn left. Don't think I could have braked better there, but who knows, I might have actually been able to. Another bit of creative use of the limits of the track I set there by the checkpoint. Yeah, it's rather hard to stay within the confines of the narrow gravel track that runs through the wind farm area, as we have another tight turn there with a little bit of drifting. I mean, that's how you have to take those corners, right? At least that's how I've seen the rally professionals do it. Was not the best braking zone there, entering pointing the wrong way as opposed to where it should be facing. Here going downhill in a bit where I don't think I've ever made a track go downhill before. Tight right left combination here, going over one of those animal things, those anti-animal things, I don't know what they're called. The tight turn. Track still very narrow here, as we've now headed out of the wind farm part and are moving more towards, well, some plains area, I guess. Another 90-degree corner to get us back onto the tarmac. I've tried to incorporate as much of the map in the horizontal part of the map with as much dirt as possible, but you know, this is Forza Horizon 4. You don't really get bits that are, or tracks that are exclusively dirt, unless you make like a 1 or 2 minute lap, which isn't really much. At least I don't think is entertaining enough. Going downhill here again. I guess it's a bit of a difficult braking zone here as well, as the back end hops into the air over that animal fencing area. Here we get a turn, well, I guess a hairpin turn, not really sure what to call it, but it crosses back on itself here. Nearly running into one of my Sandman companions, although that Sandman was in the panel fan guys and not the pickup guys as I'm running here. That reminds me, this circuit, at least the version that we're running, I've made sure that only pickups are running this version. Not even having selected the events or utility option, just having selected all the cars that I think are worthy of being called pickups into this lineup of cars, which I'm sure you could have seen the pickups at the start of the video. As we are heading into a fast gravel section. Though as I say that, there's a 90-degree right hand corner that we're taking. This jumpy area, particularly difficult if you want to take it quick. Of course that part after the last hilly part. Particularly difficult to get right. Here I always try to go between the fences, whether that be sideways or with the car in a straight line. You might have seen in my Hoonigan RS 200 video that I published about a year ago that I went sideways through there. I guess it just depends on how you approach the corner. Go a little bit wide there to make sure that you have a nice entry and exit towards this dirt area, which is of course my favorite path to take. A very fast bit of track, going past trees and some bumps which are quite dangerous if you run onto them. Because, well, if you get a corner and you run on one of those bumps just before the corner, you have a tendency to fall off the other end of the track. Going to the fast downhill part, straight ahead and braking as late as I dare. I'm missing the pole and going left here, which I don't think I've ever done. And here a jump, not a pole and a jump, which takes us back to the tarmac area of this track. High speed part, running past the wall here is one of my favorite activities to do, because you know it's quite a fast part of the track. Taking a bit of scenery with us there as we run wide on the exit of the corner. And another bit of cool water area to go through. Which reminds me, nowadays I tune my cars to be basically as low on their suspension as possible. Especially for the dirt area cars. Which of course this one is. Home Sandman, by the way, quite fun and relatively fast, I'd say, around Forza Horizon 4 tracks in A-Class. At least the way I've built it. I should probably publish the tunes that you guys can download it, and I can get to level 5 before Forza Horizon 4 ends, because of course in around 4 to 5 months time we'll have Forza Horizon 5, which means my next video will probably be Forza Horizon 5 if we keep going at this pace. That is if I buy it. A bit of a wrong entry into that corner. Another water part of the track, which is of course frozen over in winter, but I always choose to run my tracks in summer or spring or fall, because I don't really like the snow. I can't see where I'm going with the snow everywhere, so I can't see if I am actually still on my path or on the circuit, on the asphalt even. As we are heading towards the town at the top left of the map here, I believe. A hairpin here, quite a long hairpin, so you can of course run higher gears, that is, if I shifted myself, which I'm still using automatic gearbox. I have turned off ABS and I have turned off traction control as we head into that town slash park area. Not sure what it's called anymore. And my racing line is to braking only because like I wasn't using my racing line anyway, so why not just set it to braking only as we head onto a bridge bit here. Bridge bits, of course, quite difficult to get right in Forza Horizon 4 as the railing on both sides is rather solid. So if you collide with it, well, it's basically race over. Heading into a quick right-left chicane here. Quite fun to take because you think you are going to go outside of the limits of the chicane, but you're actually not going to. At least from my perception, I found that quite fun. Heading back onto the tarmac to the top part of the map, heading to the top right of the map now. As we are later on going to enter the bit at the bridge area here. The viaduct, sorry, area here. With the dirt and the tunnel. The Glen Rannoch area. As we go into it right here. A bit of use of the handbrake. A little bit of creative use of track limits on the exit, I guess. And here on the hill climb now, of course, a lot of technical corners here, which I love honestly, as there's only a minute left in the video. Time goes by quick if you are commentating well, I guess. Bit of a hard braking zone to get right there. I always found myself braking too late, as well as that area, the camber in part. Quite deceptive for me as we head on to the second part of the gravel track slash area that you have here. It is almost time for me to round off the video as we head past the rails. So yeah, if you like the video, I suggest you click on the Forza Horizon 4 playlist in the end cards and perhaps like it, perhaps subscribe if you like it, of course. And I have been Hojoz. This is Beer Credit with Voice Ball.